YouTube, guys, back again with another victory, another Liverpool victory. Absolutely fantastic, beautiful, controlled performance. The lads just did what they had to do away at Wolves. Motm, we got the 3 points. Get in. So let's jump across to the tactics screen real quickly. As you can see, 2-0 Liverpool versus Wolves. This was my predictive substitutes bench, drop from the squad, starting lineup. If you'd gone and watched the preview video, I explain all this out a little bit and I just quickly run through it. It's only 3-4 minutes, so it might be worth watching. Check it out. Anyway, we're going to continue from basically the preview video. So at the top you have Oxlade-Chamberlain, Solanke, Gomez, Motm, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Angry Birds dropped from the squad, Lallana, Camacho and Phillips. Top substitutions: Mignolet, Moreno, Henderson, Milner, Sturridge, Origi and Shaqiri. Starting lineup was Salah up top, Firmino, Mane right wing, Keita left wing, Fabinho and Wijnaldum holding, Klein right back, Robertson left back, Van Dijk, Lovren centre backs with Alisson in goal. For Wolves, I went with Patricio in goal, Bennett, Cody, Bolly in the 3 at the back, a 4-man midfield of Doherty, Moutinho, Neves, Johnny, 1 in front, Gibbs White, and up top the 2 of Jota and Jimenez. So guys, let's jump across to the actual starting lineups and squads for this game. So guys, as you can see, with the Wolves lineup from the prediction to this one is slightly different. We did have a few changes. The back line and goalkeeper was exactly the same. However, Moutinho pushed forward just behind the attackers and Saiss came into that midfield role where Moutinho had left. Gibbs White dropped out the side for Saiss, and also Jota dropped out the side for Traore, who played up front alongside Jimenez. I always rated Traore. I want him at Anfield. I think he's explosive. I think he's powerful. But I prefer him to play in that Oxlade-Chamberlain type or Keita role. I don't know. I mean, he's young. Klopp would have to do some real good training with him and really take him under his wing. But I like him. I don't think he fits the role of a forward, though. I think he's way too direct. And as you saw Van Dijk do. So guys, let's move on to Liverpool. And as normal, we're going to start with our injury list. And on our injury list is Chamberlain, Gomez, Motm, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Solanke. Our Angry Birds dropped from the squad: Moreno, Nathaniel Phillips and Rafael Camacho. Klopps subs: Wijnaldum, Shaqiri, Sturridge, Mignolet, Nathaniel Klein, Origi alongside Adam Lallana. As for our starting lineup, you can probably work this one out. Obviously, we have Alisson in goal, Robertson left back, Van Dijk central, Lovren central, James Milner in at right back, Henderson in central, Fabinho next to him, Keita out left, Firmino in behind, Salah up top and Sadio out right. So there was a few changes. The obvious one, and to most people's surprise, was Milner coming in for Klein. A lot of people thought that Klein should have retained his place because of his performance against Manchester United. I can understand with, but it was simply this reason. Well, Klopp wanted more attacking threat and what's the word? And finesse in the final third when you are attacking. So Klopp had no doubts that we'd probably dominate this game against Wolves, and therefore he wanted an end product. And James Milner has some sort of end product. Well, he has better end product than Klein. However, versus Manchester United, maybe Klopp thought that we needed to be more defensive and not be caught out so much. We needed someone that could get back and work for the 90 minutes. Klein is no better. And Klein was perfect because he hadn't played all season. He was busting the gut to get on the pitch. He had something to prove and therefore fit the bill perfectly. It wasn't because Klein was unfit or Klein was this or Klein was that. It was simply because Milner has end product going forward. And that is why Milner was in at right back over Klein. The other change, we saw Henderson come in for Wijnaldum. And this is also another simple reason. Wijnaldum worked his absolute bollocks off against United. He was absolutely fantastic and He's the only player to play every single game pretty much until now. This includes European games too. So obviously he had Napoli and he had Man United. They are exhausting fixtures. So what better time than to bring in Jordan Henderson in this game? Stay solid in midfield. They had the Neves, Saiz and Moutinho thing going on. So they had like a 3-man diamond in midfield. So they had 2 holders. So it was perfect for Jordan Henderson to come in. And, you know, Boss alongside Fabinho, who burst forward. In fact, both of them were bursting forward, you know. It was like a box-to-box holding... I don't even know what to call it. But yeah, both of those guys were busting forward and getting back, working hard. And at times we had literally the 6 of them, plus the 2 wing-backs surrounding their box, and only Van Dijk and Lovren on our halfway line. And even Van Dijk, you saw, you know, just about reached into the final third. Wicked. Excellent. So, guys, the rest of the team stayed the same. It was an all-round solid performance. Wolves did have a few opportunities. They had a good amount of shots on goal, but they couldn't find the back of the net. So, player ratings time. Salah scored one of the goals. For me, Salah gets an 8. Mane, for me, gets an 8. Keita, a 7. Firmino, a 7. Henderson and Fabinho, 8. Milner, Robertson, 8. Van Dijk, 9. Dejan Lovren, 8. Alisson, 8. There are my player ratings. My man of the match is Van Dijk, obviously with his 9. My goal scorer was Salah. My predicted man of the match was Salah. Salah scored 1 goal. He wasn't quite the man of the match, but it was still a good effort. So guys, we move on. But before I go, guys, let's talk about City quickly. And if you've been keeping up with most of my videos, you would have noticed that I do stray onto City and their strengths, etc, etc, etc. I'm not surprised that Crystal Palace beat them. I'm really not surprised. And the reason being is because I've said this time and time again to people in my videos, on Twitter, Instagram. I don't see what the hype is with City's squad. I really don't see it. I look at their bench. I see Delph, I see Zinchenko, I see Foden. I'm not saying Foden's not good. I'm just saying he's young and he's not going to be an integral part of the team this season. So, no. Who else is on the bench? Otamendi, Kompany. I don't think their squad is actually that good. Kompany never gets a game, so he clearly doesn't play the way Man City play. He doesn't fit into their side. That's why he's never ever playing. Apart from in pointless, meaningless games where it doesn't matter if they lose. Otamendi was absolute dog crap at the World Cup. He's not been seen since. City got battered by Liverpool in the Champions League. And when he did come in against Lyon, they conceded how many goals? And then he played not too long ago and they scraped the victory. When I see their bench, I don't understand what the hype is. I really don't get it. To me, I think it's really average. I think our squad and our bench is better. Yeah, I'm a Liverpool supporter and I'm going to say that. Yeah, you call it biasness, but no, I don't, guys. I think our bench is better than theirs. I tell you what else, we rotate our bench. Our bench fits into our starting 11 much better than City's does. You could take any of the midfielders. Look at our midfielders here. Our defenders. Lovren can play with Matip. Matip can play with Van Dijk. Gomez can play with Lovren. Gomez can play with Van Dijk. Klein can play right back. Klein can play left back. Milner can play left back. It's so versatile. Gomez can play right back. Trent can play next to Gomez. Milner can play next to Gomez. Milner can play next to Matip. When I mean next to Matip, I mean, you know, if Matip comes in for Lovren right now, Milner's on right back, Milner will be fine with Matip. We played Manchester United and had Lovren in defence with Klein. Klein has not played all season and Lovren was out for the last 2 games and we battered them. That's not even our strongest defence. How does that work? So the versatility is just ridiculous. Look at our midfielders. Firmino is like a makeshift midfielder. He's playing like in a midfield role. Like Naby Keita can come into that position like he did against Burnley and just look dangerous. Or you can play Firmino there. Lallana came in not so long ago against Burnley as a substitute and he got the assist for the Salah goal, I think it was. Salah goal? Can't remember. Henderson comes in next to Fabinho. Wijnaldum plays with Henderson. Wijnaldum plays with Fabinho. The options are absolutely endless. It is ridiculous. You look at Manchester City's team, I'm telling you guys from now, they need one player in that midfield at all times, and they cannot live without him. And it proved it when they lost to Palace 3-2. They proved it. Fernandinho, that player has to play every single game without fail, otherwise they have problems. Not only that, but I also believe that they need either KDB and David Silva, or both the Silvas, no KDB, or the other Silva and KDB. So they basically need 3 of the 4 of those midfielders playing. They only have 2 of those players playing. There's a possibility they may not win. They need 3 of those 4 playing. And Fernandinho is essential out of all 4 of them. He has to play. And if they don't have Fernandinho, they don't have a Silva, 2 are missing, then they struggle. Like you saw, KDB was on the bench. It was one of the Silvas, not David, the other Silva. And then they had Gundogan and somebody else. And 3-1 down. Yes, they bossed possession, but Crystal Palace was all about defending. They had the goal lead. Why are they going to keep attacking? It doesn't make no sense. And even when they attacked, they still had chances they didn't actually score. Townsend's goal was a blinder. In those kind of games, sometimes you need a moment like that. But also, I say, Crystal Palace had the wing backs. Sterling got nothing against Wan-Bissaka. Got nothing against Wan-Bissaka. Nothing whatsoever. Or Van Aanholt. I think it was Wan-Bissaka. And Sane got nothing against Wan-Bissaka. Guys, I honestly, I don't know which is which. But I think Van Aanholt is left back and Wan-Bissaka is right back. So either way, Sane, you could see Palace right back and right midfielder doubling up on Sane, had nothing. Sterling was just missing. I don't know whether it's that kind of black on black thing. Sometimes, you get intimidated or scared of your own kind when you're going up against them. A bit like our right back. I'm being dead serious here. Robertson's just an exception. Nobody gets past Robertson. So yeah, but Trent just deals with Sane. Gomez deals with Sane. As soon as Crystal Palace had the break, what they did is they didn't just loop it high and wide and back into City's possession. They controlled their escape out of their half and they passed their way out. And yes, it may have broke down around the halfway line when they're trying to move up the pitch, but what you did see is their wing backs, Wan-Bissaka and Van Aanholt, got right up the pitch quick as possible to support the attack. That pushes City right back into their own half. And I thought that was really key. If you stay sitting, you invite the pressure back on. They were an excellent side. They did what they had to do. They scored an amazing goal. Yeah, what can I say? Thank you very much, Crystal Palace, because now we sit lovely 4 points clear, breathing space from City, with Newcastle next, and then Arsenal and City. So guys, I can't wait to smash Arsenal at Anfield. It's the perfect time to play them. Their run's come to an end. They got knocked out of the cup. Their defence isn't quite okay at the moment. I'm expecting us to absolutely wipe the floor with them. Their fans are really piping up a bit too much and they're getting a bit too happy. And yeah, so guys, we really need to take it to Arsenal at Anfield. And if we can go to the Etihad like we have before and win, or even not lose, I would love a win, because then it would be 7 points in the clear. And I don't see why we can't take a full 9 points from these next 3 games. Believe, guys, believe. Now, on that note, guys, subscribe, because my videos, they don't come out straight away. They're usually 1 or 2 or 3 days later afterwards. Post-match usually comes out 1 or 2 days prior. If I can get it out in time, or sometimes on the day in the morning it comes out. So yeah, that's the only way you're going to hear them and listen to them. If you enjoy them, any ideas how I can improve the channel, just comment. Subscribe so you can keep up to date, or just like, or whatever you want to do, or just view, innit? Just enjoy. So guys, yes, I've been Red Mist at the LFC Ninja. I will see you soon, guys. Let's do this.